and some of you does not. Today we're gonna get into that after I take my paracetamols, continue living off paracetamols until the day I die. Here's some music. It's called The Songs. Where is it? I think it was called Riddick. 13 hours of songs, and I'm sure it will play the same 3-1 anyway. Hi Nota, it's going good. How are you doing? Can you try writing again? I just turned on the voice chat thing. Alright, cool, it works. I have so much fever. Do you have so much fever? Hi Zim, how's it going?
Good man.
I am sick. But if you think that will stop me, you are mistaken. So I'm gonna show you guys something cool.
Oh no. Oh damn, that sucks. Hope you get better soon.
Thank you. Hello. I got a little bit of time to do this stuff. I'll show you where I've gotten.
Also, it seems like the chat is very quiet.
That was probably very difficult for your ears. Sorry, I forgot about that. That I'm gonna be doing somehow. Somehow I'm gonna be doing this.
Damn, you're cooking on this.
I really hope it will be cool. I hope I will be remembered as the guy who cooked after I die from my sickness. People will come to my grave and they'll be like, this guy used to cook before he got flu that one time and he couldn't hack the flu.
Hi, do you own The Last of Us?
Sorry, what?
Do you own The Last of Us?
Do I own?
I will avenge
Yeah, do you wanna
son.
play it?
And then would that be in your library, the first one?
Yeah.
Do you have enough space to download it?
You can delete
By
anything you
curing
want.
sickness.
You have to, it's gonna ask a password. Oh no, it doesn't matter, you can log in with yours, right? Can you still access to my library?
Yeah.
Okay, if you can't, the password is left trigger, right trigger, up, down. If you have to, just go to library. No, I think you just log in. Log in as my thing.
It's already logged in on PlayStation anyway.
When you open, it's gonna ask you for a keypad.
I can't play on your account because you play already on your account.
No. You just open my account. You will see. It's gonna ask you a pin code. I'll write it to you.
Okay, please do.
Okay. Oh, don't be. Thank you, Zim. Please do that. Please avenge me. Is everything working right? Okay, I'm gonna hope this is okay. And now I have to figure out some very important things, such as what the fuck does Spider-Man do and what does Sandman do. Because in the beginning here I'm not in love with this because it looks like framing nothing for too long. So what I did here is that you see the arc that Spider-Man creates, the same arc is followed in the other camera angle, so the hookup works nicely. But I end up like framing here where like there's nothing here, so I have to figure out what to do with Sandman.
Hey Sarp, I just wanted to say that I heard about the news in Turkey. I'm glad it wasn't worse.
Yeah, it's an earthquake, right? I heard about it too. I don't know if I like this pose, but it's a pose. I suppose it's a pose. I'm trying to figure out what is it that I can do here that would make it worth like seeing this frame. Oh no, what happened there? Okay, let's see what I can do. Let's see how does the tables turn. We turn around this side. How much longer? Once you got this one, has to be like that.
In back. Center Annam in whip. Hey Sarp,
That's cool.
I
I'll
really
try to
wanna
check it.
animate something with Spider-Man, but I do know what to make. Is it okay if I animate a shot from one of your old storyboards?
Yes, of course. If you want, Zinter is also doing one, so maybe you guys can share shots, but up to you. You can totally use my storyboards. Okay, so this doesn't work, clearly. Or maybe I could make it throw like a punch. If he was to turn like this.
Okay, thanks. I might check with him on that.
Cool. That sounds great. Fuck you, Spider-Man. Okay, here, if I can get this hand to do something like this. I really love making these shots it's so fun as an animator to have like the full control of the scene and environments. Anytime I need something, I just add it on the fly. I change the hookups based on existing animation. I change camera angles. I I add like random stuff on the fly. It's very fun. And in some points, these kind of animations I'm making, it's not really possible to do it any other way, because these rigs, they have like limitations. There are things with these rigs that I can't do, but because I get to decide what I do, if I can't do it, I just change the idea. But I'm really happy I didn't have to change the nipple idea. I like the nipple idea. Do you guys think that's funny? It's a bit like hard to read right now with the current setting, but when Lucas comps it, I'm sure it's gonna look great. Because Spider-Man's arms are so small, I'm struggling to keep it outside of the silhouette of Sandman. So there's a lot of stacking going on. Just realized something that's gonna be really difficult to get it to work right. Probably should not have deleted those frames, but fuck it. Alright, let me go here and delete all these frames. Now what can we do here?
How do you animate Spider-Man without isolating each body part? What is your approach?
Without? I am animating it with isolating each part. So like this end part is just a body controller. He has like one pose, he's stuck in the pose. It's like I basically blocked it with like making the body controller what I want. Then with Spider-Man sometimes I make like poses that I want to have, and I go check the graph and see what's happening in the graph and like if it's possible to actually do that pose or not. There's like so many little things I try that doesn't work, and I just have to scrap the idea. Like for this guy, I had this idea. I really wanted it to work. I really wanted to be like a mummy thing, but I had to like give up at some point. It just wasn't working. This like I wanted to like pop his head out and then like pull it in. Somehow Palpatine is back, exactly. Yeah, I'm a little bit sick. I'm hoodie sharp today. How's it going, Diego?
I got to animate a fight scene. Two characters interacting would be fun to do. All good.
That is that's very difficult to do. I'm sure you can do it.
By the way, the YouTube chat is not working.
Oh shit. I know why, because I forgot to do the YouTube chat like I do sometimes. All the people at YouTube's, 5 people at YouTube's, they've been trying to communicate with me. Danzilla, Marvin, Zykaman, HolaDZ. Sorry guys, I forgot to pop the chat out here. I'm gonna, if you guys could repeat your questions, that would help me out a lot, because as you know, I don't know. That's a nice thumbnail for you. Snapshot. I don't know what this place is. Sandman. Source images. Thumbnail. .jpg.
Whoa, you cooked yesterday.
I cooked a bit. I'll show you. There you go. I can do full screen because I think it's very cool.
So you make the pose and animate the body controller and make another pose and on until you're satisfied with body controller.
Well, I mean, most of the time I do like a very clean body controller before I start doing anything else. But sometimes, like for this one, right now here, let me show Diego what I did. And in the meantime, you'll see what I'm talking about. I changed this beginning part a little bit. Yeah, so for this part, I tried so many things and I wasn't sure what I want to do. Then
That looks so cool.
I stopped trying to, thank you. I stopped trying to figure this part out and I just did this pose. And I'm like, I like that pose. And then
By the way,
I
it looks
reverse engineered it to how the hell am I gonna do that pose? Like, how am I gonna end up
Sarp,
there?
I have a humble request. When you have free time, could you teach me how you approach dynamic animation from start to finish? What you do when you get stuck and all of that.
I mean, that's the stream, Danzilla. I can't really go about it in any other way. It's all the principles of animation, right? Like, I do a cool pose, that's a dynamic pose. I'm like, great, I'm gonna animate that, and then it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? That could be the arcs, it could be spacing, it could be timing. Like the nipple joke was all about timing. So when I was doing this part, for example, I didn't animate the body controller than the rest of it or something like that, because for this to work, the timing has to work. Otherwise, it's not funny. So I did this part like steps, these poses, and I kept watching it to figure out
Spider nipples.
exactly. I kept like rewatching this and redoing this, and like different timings, because this specific one, the most important thing is the timing, and I use like step poses and stuff. But for
Did
for
you
for
default
this
Spidey
one,
arms inside Sandman? Hey, what's up, Sarp? How you doing?
I'm doing good. So how are you doing? Did you deform Spidey arms inside Sandman? Yes, I did, and I did it because I want like people to like compliment on that, because like if I was to like actually draw Spider-Man here, you know, like if this is his head, this is his body, this is his legs, so like his arms are kind of like going like that, and if it wasn't like this, the gag wouldn't work. That like his hands are poking out of his nipples. It wouldn't. The joke wouldn't work, and it's something that's done a lot in 2D cartoons where something that doesn't make sense happens just to help with the joke. Yeah, and also I did it because when I released this video, I know people are gonna constantly mention that. Hey, wait a minute, that distance is too long. Hey guys, this guy's a fucking idiot. Everyone gather. And that's gonna create some comments.
Why it looks sexy?
Well, I don't know about that. It's gonna probably look even sexier when we have what do you call, when we have like sand leaking out of there.
You look like you're on your villain arc with that hoodie on top of your head. Ha ha ha.
I'm sick. I'm sorry. I just had a cool idea, which I wrapped this shut up. I thought.
Did you use Animbot to do this locator trick you showed us? Because that web pool feels like Sandman and Spidey were parented. Then you moved them both at the same time.
Which web
didn't
pool?
know, ha ha.
Oh yeah,
Hope
that.
you get well soon.
Thank you. I did try to use the Animbot, but with Sandman rig. Actually, this scene altogether, it's not just the Sandman rig. Whenever I use the Animbot, things massively break.
Are you gonna train Darth Vader after this stream?
For some reason, for the chest controller it works, but for like almost everything else, things like keep breaking when I try to do the Animbot controller. So I just made locators for that part, but Animbot would work the exact same way.
Are you Turkish? Cause Sarge
I am.
looks like a Turkish name. I'm also
I am
following
Turkish.
your game. Developing Fats looks like fucking crazy, man. You're really doing good job.
Thank you.
I'm waiting to release beta version. More Spider-Mans for the god of Spider-Mans.
Well, keep waiting. Waiting is what we do when it comes to Crawley. But I have another game called Zack and Fight that's out on Steam. This is too fast. I wanted to kind of like trick it. It's because this part goes out. Can I take all of the arm? Is that the arm? Where's the arm? Yes. Can I take this pose and put it here? And then do this. So this is definitely one of those things that I'm gonna try, like Turkish doesn't work on text to speech. So this is just so you know.
Have you been a Marvel animator?
I'm not a Marvel animator. I'm an animator who also worked on Marvel projects, but Marvel doesn't have animators. You know, it's I work on a Marvel project when there's a Marvel project. When there's not a Marvel project, I work on something else. That's the way it goes. Oh, there's a locator, number 9. Interesting. Be very useful to have the locator right about now. Can I have Mr. Number 9 here? And snap. Smart Euler filter applied. What a smart locator. So if I was to turn this blend parent on, yay! Well, before I turn the blend parent on, I want to do what? I'm gonna snap this to every.
Do you know which studio worked on Born Again?
Um,
What do you think about Marvel Cosmic Invasion?
I don't know what Marvel Cosmic Invasion is. What is Marvel Cosmic Invasion? It sounds like a mobile game. Or is that the beat 'em ups game? The beat 'em up game look amazing. I'm so hyped for that. I want to play that so bad.
Hey Sar, random question.
Hey,
but when
June.
animating a Spider-Man web swing, should the arms be in IK or FK?
I'm a big fan
I'm
of
so
FK.
confused. I don't
Everyone
personally
hates
fully
me
ever know how to
for
animate.
that, but
ISARP Certa.
I do love FK. I use FK way more often than people would like to. I'm an FK man. I do not deny it. And if the FK doesn't work, I'll switch to
You
IK.
look sick with your hoodie.
I am sick. I don't know if you meant it like I look cool, but I'm actually sick. I have a flu. Coming down with the flu.
It gives you more control, right?
I want to, like, when I do a move like this, I want that to be in like one rotation axis. With IK, I have to go like up and then down and then like this, and I hate that. I just want to like rotate. Like, this is what I want. Although you can put the hand IK control into shoulder space and it would work the same, but I don't know. A lot of people hate
For you.
FK, and at work, even if I use FK, I have to
Feel better
finish
soon.
it with, thank you, I have to finish it with IK. we
Well,
swap
yeah,
it back.
but wouldn't IK be better for interacting with the web?
I mean, based on what you're doing, if he's swinging, not really. If he's like pulling the web, then yeah. I'm gonna just turn this on to see what the hell's going on here. Oh, there you go. It is disgusting. That was the problem. That was the problem here that I failed to see. That it is just
Having the
disgusting.
ability to animate whatever you think is a big flex man. Hope I can do that.
I hope you can too, Danzla. It starts with trying. And I can't do anything. I think, you know, I think I can, and I commit to it, and then sometimes I found out, well, turns out like I can't, or like when it's I can't, it's usually it's not working, and I try to get a better idea that will like work better instead of like harking on with that thing. But sometimes I think of something really cool and I will like refuse to not do that, and I will like really push myself. At work, we get clients asking for things, and sometimes it doesn't make sense, it doesn't look good, but we have to do it anyway.
Do all the rigs at work on a movie have an automatic IK, FK
Yeah.
switch?
Yes, it does. Um, but yeah, so there's so many shots in movies that it's like, man, that shot could have been done way cooler, but the client was like, no, do what I say, and like they're not in the scene, they're not seeing what we see, but we can't convince them, so I guess we're doing that. So I don't want to do that, but when I'm animating my stuff, if I do something and it looks shit because I can't make it nice, then I force myself to do it nice. But sometimes it's just like it works, but it's not good. It's not like interesting enough. It's not worth it. Then I don't push it. Whoa. Sometimes I get things like that. Okay, so this arm is doing a very weird thing. So from here,
You make the part look easy, Saab. You think of something better in a matter of seconds. I guess it's years of practice. I'm very impatient.
yeah, thank you. But yeah, I just move on.
The client always see the viewport version.
Kind of, but so there's different approval stages. If it's being sent for animation,
Why left
it will
camera
be
arc look different than right?
because this is the arc based on this camera angle. This is the arc based on world space. So we'll send it in like different approval stages. Like we'll send for blocking, and there will be a viewport thing.
BTW, don't progress.
Because we can't, thank you, we can't waste time on rendering something that's not gonna be like used anyway. So then the client has to see the like Maya Playblast. But since clients are really not good at that, we have to do so much bells and whistles to viewport to make it look like cool. Which actually makes no sense. The more bells and whistles you add, you lose the ability to track the animation properly. So, I mean, it's like everyone has their own specialty, right? And client is the one that has none of it, because if they did, they would do it themselves. But like for example, when I look at stuff, I prefer it to be not have anything extra, so I can like focus on the animation. Like for the stuff we're doing with Lucas, for example, I think the stuff that Lucas does looks amazing. It's so cool. But if it wasn't our stuff, if it was somebody else's stuff, I'd rather see the playlist. but that's a very unpopular opinion, obviously. And what Lucas does is super cool. It looks amazing, honestly.
I see. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You're welcome. For the fishes and the other crap. You're welcome. Welcome. And that's too far. Too far means we're going to have to land this baby a bit sooner than I thought. So right now I'm animating FK in world space, so it looks like IK. And that's because this rig's IK doesn't scale well, so I have to fake it. So I have to animate with this very weird looking geo, but I'm trying really hard to only focus on the hand and ignore the arm, because then the arm isn't that hard to fix as long as the hand is drawing the correct arc. Is it? Okay. It kind of looks okay.
What's Sarpi?
Hydra Drake, how's it going? I want the slam to be much stronger, meaning much faster. So I'm gonna put a key here.
Your animation is really inspiring.
Thank you. I aim to please.
Did you use stepped pose to pose kind of workflow in that anime? Because often you work kind of stray ahead when I watch stream.
I only used stepped when I was doing the nipple bit.
It's all gonna work out eventually.
I mean, even for that, I didn't use stepped. I did pose to pose. But the rest was pretty much straight ahead.
Did you do all of that yesterday in the 9-hour live stream, or did you preview it a bit outside of the live stream? What's a good rate to charge per hour, sir?
I
agree.
I did a little bit yesterday, but
Wow, such an awesome shot on
I'm
top.
sick, so
Really
I couldn't do
like
much.
Squashy hands.
So I'm really struggling to track this hand here. Is that cool? I think that's cool, but I don't like it's cutting the frame at the end. So how do we not cut the frame at the end? By moving this. Oh, my PC is chugging so much because I have the thing on.
What's a good rate to charge per hour, sir?
I'm not sure. I always really work as a full-time salary, and when I do freelance,
16 hours workday in last stream XD. How are you doing, man?
I'm a bit tired and I'm a bit sick, but I'm doing things. Yeah, when I do freelance, it's mostly storyboard stuff.
Sarp, you said Kiel Figgins was your mentor, after or at Yanimate. Okay.
Well, I would talk to him a lot before I went into Framestore, and now he's my soup. want that hand further away. So this is a weird thing that I get to do because I'm doing the whole sequence myself and I'm kind of like winging it on the way. I will when I'm dead. Oh, no, I should. I'm basically trying to make the hookup work, but it can't really work, can it? So this hand basically needs to be there.
Have you ever thought about switch to games or another industry?
I did. I think about it sometimes. I like thinking. I like trains.
The arc is clean in perspective, but in the camera it's not cause of camera animation. This kind of thing discourages me while animating.
Well, it is what it is. See, Spider-Man is in the same spot in the camera when I do the switch. And Sandman occupies a large space, so I don't mind this either. But that hand bothers me. You know what I can do? I can put this hand here. And then I can also put this hand probably here. Does that work? Yes, if I cheated it will. Is there anything there? No. I'm kinda, oh shit.
Doesn't the arc not only matter in cam view basically?
Yes. But sometimes the arc might make things look really smooth. Even though you don't want them to be smooth, not everything should be smooth. And then maybe you like over smooth it in camera, so it's important to see what things look like in camera view as well. I'm heavily cheating this. Hey, look at that fantastic hookup. That doesn't actually work. If you see, it does a little snap like this. That makes it so it's like roughly in the same area. See, now my eye just accepts this, even though there's a big change. Again, this is something that I get to do because it's my freaking shot.
Do you animate in FK or IK with a locator acting like it's FK? The genius. I don't think Saab is the average mind animator. You animate like a genius.
I do a lot of stuff that's not conventional because I do a lot of crazy shots. We've been talking about this before, where I was saying that even though I keep animating Spider-Man, in everything I do, I try to introduce something that I never done before. Like I haven't really done a morphing guy before, and the beginning of this was something I've never did, of like trying to make someone like struggle not to get collapsed with the hands. I'm not satisfied with that one, to be honest. I think in this shot it looks really cool, but I changed it so it works for this shot. But what I wanted was to sell the struggle of like, oh, I don't want to get crushed, which I had to let go of that because if I did that, it was gonna slow down the scene so much. So I did what I think works better for the shot. So expect another shot from me where I will be doing a struggling thing. And because I do that, I know all these like weird stuff. because I keep trying to do something I haven't done before. If you look at my like personal shots, for one animator to get that many weird shots in that short amount of time would be crazy. You usually end up working for, I don't know, like 5 years, and then you will end up doing like maybe 4 fundamentally different shots. Not that you wouldn't learn a lot from like doing similar things too, but you know, it's I basically skip the parts where I end up with a shot like this in an actual movie. I'm like, no thanks.
Where would you like to work if you decide to quit VFX?
I mean, to be honest, I would love to have the experience in working in.
Those unconventional
Insomniac.
stuff you do before animating, where you thought that?
You do it. You do these things, and then you run into a trouble you can't fix, and then you start looking for solutions, and then you find something. And if you struggle before you find the solution, you will never forget. But if you struggle and you ask someone and they tell you, you're gonna forget. Next time you run into it, you're gonna have to ask the same person again because you will have forgotten. But if you struggle through it and figure it out, you'll remember. And for Diego's question,
Insomniac, it's on UK too.
it's not. But I think they accept remotes. I actually did apply, but I didn't get it. And that shows you
Saab Serta.
how
The go
different
from Spider-Man
these
animation.
things are.
No way.
Yeah, because they want gameplay animation, and Insomniac is, hey, PSM is here. How's it going, dudes? Let me show you my next masterpiece.
When you applied,
It's been a while. Actually, they didn't say no, but I didn't hear back. But I know, so like a place like Insomniac is the top, like high end game place. You know, it would be like a game animator trying to immediately go into Framestore or ILM or something like that. Like I can get a gaming job probably, but you can't start your first job in fucking Insomniac. You know. There's a lot I don't know about game pipelines. There's like weird lines that popped up here somewhere. Where's the lines? There you go. Remove this. Yeah, I really like this one. It's gonna be really fun seeing it like rendered out with the effects and everything. Also, there's music.
you would apply to
Let's not
cinematic
forget the
animation
music.
guide.
I can do that.
Cinematics.ny dream.
They weren't hiring. They were only hiring for gameplay animators, and I didn't get that one. I mean, I didn't hear back. I'm pretty sure I didn't get it. I like the music.
Saab, how often did you use to practice your poses?
My poses? Why? How do you mean? I lost the. Where did that little video thing go? Is that it? No? Oh god, I keep losing things. Where's that little vids? Oh god, come on. Show me where you are. Oh, there you go. Hey, come in here. There you go. That's only massive in my screen now, and there you go. Okay. Prana wants to go to Insomniac Cinematics. I hope you get it, dudes. I don't like. What do I not like here? I think it's the speed of the landing I don't like. But it's so hard to understand what I'm looking at with this arm being so messed up all the time.
Thanks, man. This is looking crazy good, by the way.
Thank you. I am loving it.
Well, I think Saab should buy part Spider-Man ownership. Since he's one of the brightest Spider-Man minds, we get banger Spider-Man shares.
I think the closest I'll get to that would be being copyright striked by Disney.
HHA. Haha.
I don't like that. I like this. I'm not gonna make another post here. I don't like this one. What can we do here that will make this look a bit nicer? It's good to see the arc, but it's chugging my PC so much. I don't know if you guys can tell.
That's why you should buy ownership of the character.
I don't think you can do that. And I think Michael Jackson tried.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty cheap.
What? It's a joke because it's not. Although
$50 maybe.
pretty sure Sony paid very little.
Like Saab, you already made this animation and you redo it, or what? In your side screen, it's done.
I don't
I think
understand.
it's on Gumroad.
I don't understand what you mean, Biku. What do you mean I already did the animation? Are you from the future? Do I finish this? Does it end up looking good? Tell me, Biku.
LMAO.
Does it make me an influencer? Okay, let's see what that looks like because the PC is chugging too much for me to figure out what the hell I'm actually looking at.
Do you think Marvel would ever get the full rights to Spider-Man?
If Sony goes under,
No, if Sony keeps doing Wattpad movies.
yeah, this is so lame. It's so slow.
Yeah, Saab.
Whoop, so here you're gonna slam the fuck down.
Saab, how important is planning in animation, and if it's so important, how come you animated something as cool as your Spidey with Chains vs Lizard with a storyboard or an animatic?
Well, that technically had a previs. The Spectacular Spider-Man animation was the previs for that, which I had figured out so much already for it. That Venom War animation already had the camera, which I changed a lot, but there was something there. It was easier to like start framing things. Why am I watching Suggested Trailer? Although that I really like that.
By the way, if Marvel gets Spider-Man rights back, they get Spider-Verse too.
I'm not sure about that.
I really hate Sony. They mess all the villain's story, which could lead us to Sinister Six. And also we could explore more and more.
They did fuck up a lot.
Oh, a crevice. Since I can't draw, I'll try crevice with key poses. I mean, Sony can't keep doing Spider-Verse if they lose the rights.
Yeah, I think they can't do it, but I don't know if they will lose the monetary income if anyone ever watches Spider-Verse or something like that. It feels too slow still.
Sarp, I know you animate from the storyboard, but how did you figure out the pose and body mechanics while animating? Hey everyone.
You will see for this second part. Hi, Virtual Euphoria. So for the second part, uh, you can see that there's no pose here. Like it's one pose, but it's not
Just
animated.
shoulders, pelvic.
I'm just animating the body controller here. I didn't animate Spider-Man yet, so he's just sliding. But I know
What about it, Sarp?
I
How
want
about
it
premise?
here.
I saw this how I plan an action shot course in Maya without minimal drawing skills.
So I put him where I want him to be, and I made an arc that would get him from here to here. I cleaned the arc, so I know this is the trajectory I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna end up here. But now that I know how to get here, now I can start making the pose. But first I'm gonna figure out this punch thing, which is starting to look a bit better. You know what's missing? It's missing a mega punch. Mega punch. It's gonna be. That's too mega. That's wow, what the fuck? That's too much. Is it too much? In the camera view, you can barely see it. I'm gonna delete this one. It's gonna look so cool when I have an actual hand pose here. Did anybody else ask something? Did I miss something? Sometimes you guys ask back to back and my brain goes we're gonna be shutting down. Okay, so here I want something more like that. Okay, that was too much. Maybe if I delete this one, although no, that pose looks great. I'm gonna keep that one. I guess it needs to be almost rotated the same angle for a long time. and I have to do the transition in front of the camera. So here would be still looking to the other side. Yeah, and then I transition here like that. Okay, let's fix this. Whatever the fuck this is. What is that? Why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? Don't do that. Okay. Okay, now that I know we're gonna be mostly watching the hand throughout this, let me figure out what I'm gonna do with the body. So, wow, I actually landed it. Oh my god, I got Spider-Man by mistake, by retiming things. I got him. What about the Sarp? How about the previs? I saw this how I plan an action shot course in my without minimal. Yeah, you should do previs. Previs are fun. Previs is great. But like if you're the same person who's gonna animate it, previs is pretty much your layout that you're blocking. Since you're the same guy. Unless you're doing it for somebody else. What is the app? Great.
Yes, Sarp, you missed my question.
I answered it, Danzela, no? I just answered it. Are you a wizard, Sarp? How did you do all of this already in a day? I'm crazy, right? Where do you take your renders at when finalizing your animation? I have a friend who does the rendering for me. Because rendering is not part of the animation. I do the animation, then I send it to Lucas and he renders it out. Pretty sure he uses Arnold. Can't believe I fucking got Spider-Man, like... One time Sandman doesn't miss. I really needed him to miss. Because I'm super happy with like how the arm is going and everything. If I move this too far, it's gonna not be in the frame. Okay, I guess I have to change Spider-Man.
That Spidey swinging, isn't it a crevice?
What?
If you had the chance to be a lead animator, either on Avatar, The Last Airbender, or Spider-Man show, movie, which would you choose?
I am much more capable of leading people for Spider-Man. I wish I could do it for Avatar. I wish. When you say Avatar, I hope you mean Avatar The Last Airbender, not blue people. Because it's the blue people. I can't care less.
Hey all.
Hi, I'm Jad. How's it going? Oh my god, that's a perfect place. No, you know what? I'm not gonna change Spider-Man's position.
Hi Amjad. Keep wishing because we want you on Spider-Man. It's going good. Check the rig I sent you quick.
Oh, nice.
Is Spider-Man the best character to animate, or is there someone better?
Woo! I will. Sorry, what did you say? Is Spider-Man the best character animated, or is there someone better? I mean, Avatar: The Last Airbender is a good contender, I think, because all those kung fu moves working with environmental traversal. That's. Mwah. But Spider-Man is so cool. I don't know.
I still want to see you animating Daredevil.
That would be cool, yeah. Bouncing things off of things.
There was this sand-bending VFX effect you and Amjad did at the end of the stream. I wasn't around. There was a blackout at my place, but I came back the next day and saw a bit of it. How did you achieve that? This is so good, man. XD sup, my boy. You can make him swing with that thing he has. Do you work straight ahead, or did you block this with ref DCTT? By the way, check
Um,
the quick render I sent you, Sarp.
I made a
Let me know what you
storyboard,
think.
Carlos. I can show you the storyboard if you want, but it's very scribbly. It was just for me. I feel like I've seen all of these before.
How is going?
Did I use a rig like this before? It's going good. There's only one thing I need and I can't find it. Are these not on a curve, Amjad?
Those are all IK. Yes, the chain won.
I mean, I basically want to do this, and then I want it to make an arc. Can I do that? And I want all these things to automatically go where they're supposed to be, because it's a curve.
It only works on the end controls.
I mean, this logic here. Yeah, this is cool, but without that thing, without like, oh, so they're not in the correct hierarchy, so I can rotate them together. Yeah, this is it's a tough one
Ah, damn it.
to use. Yeah, it's if you don't have that curve thing, it becomes really like almost impossible to animate these things. Like, I mean, probably I can just do this.
What is?
Wow, we got some scale information right here. Can I volume scale? Can I change the scale of it?
It's a tentacle.
No, I can't scale it, I don't think. Is there a way to scale it? Hmm. I mean, I don't have to do this. I was just gonna constrain these to Kyle's thing because this automatically follows like that. I'm too hot now. Ugh. I'm gonna turn this on, then I'm gonna start sneezing, then I'm gonna get sick again.
You'll fix.
Thank you, Amjad. In the meantime, I will try to not murder Spider-Man somehow. I think it can work if I... Yeah, okay. I can do something like this and it will not murder Spider-Man.
The man who killed Spider-Man.
Exactly. My first shot in Spider-Man Far From Home was animating him getting hit by a train. And I was like, dude, really? Yeah, good old days.
Sarp that Iron Man vs Black Spidey was a premise from a storyboard before you started animating right. LMAO. XD, yeah, it was.
That wasn't a premise, that was just a storyboard. There you go, I missed. Shucks. Sorry, Sandman. Almost had him.
Oh, I see.
What are the chances? He was so close. Why did he miss? It's like a divine intervention. Am I Spider Sense? Because I made Sandman miss? Just gonna change.
Are you the web of life?
I am what I am.
Are you Madam Web? Sir, how do directors or writers write the story for short movies?
They write like they write everything else.
What if Spidey Sense is the creator warning Spider-Man of the danger? Do they read books or other things?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, the screenplay books you gotta read. My friend writes a lot of screenplays. He's really into it, Ollie. The gimbal locks. Everything gets gimbaled. Okay, I'm gonna be fine with the hand for now, just to figure out how I'm gonna do the Sandman part.
I heard Jimble lock. Where?
Everywhere. Look, it's gimbling right now. I don't have an axis here because these do the same thing, Dumbos. Oh, Spider-Man. I just had a weird idea. Should I do it?
This is crazy. How many frames do you plan on doing till completion?
Well, the storyboard ends at 356.
Are Spidey's limbs in local space right now?
Yeah, it's all FK. It's in local space. I'm not animating Spider-Man right now, so he's just like floating around. Let me try using the IK controllers for Sandman again. Yeah, I can't use the no. Oh, it's taking so long to do everything in FK. Like when he's putting his arm down and stuff, it would be very good if I could use IK. But the question is that gonna stop us? And the answer is no. Okay, I now make locators. I snap these locators here, and then I make another one and snap that locator here. I'm going to constrain this one to this one. And I'm going to constrain this one to this one. And then I'm going to press S here to key, and press 0 here to not key. Then I'm going to make sure this thing doesn't change. I'm not a fan of the arm going before Sandman. So what can we do about that? So I kind of want to lead with Sandman's body to be like, I'm gonna smash. Doesn't look good. Whoa. At least here I can land them like that. Maybe I can push it down a bit. No, see, I can't do that because we have to stay up. I just want to get his like head in there, in the frame, a bit earlier. Yes, here especially, the head should definitely be in, because I slammed, so I overlap. That's what I do. I slam, I overlap. Why are you secretly shrinking here? I wanted to use the spike hand, but spike hand doesn't scale with the hand, so I couldn't use it. That'd be cool. I still have plans to use the spike hand, but it has to be a like not a stretchy part. Making locators, snapping them everywhere. That is a thing that I do. That's my locator right there. Right, so this guy, I'm gonna key this one here, then this to this, constraint parent, and then offset apply. And I'm gonna turn this to 1. Oh, because it already had some mistake on my part. Then I undo everything and I pray it's not gonna crash. So this guy was called locator 10. How amazing it would be if I like name these locators instead of like randomly moving them around willy and nilly. Cool. So this guy to this guy, snap position, and then this guy, turn it on here, turn it off there. Detroit Smash. Except that's a different franchise.
BRB.
See you later, alligator. Oh, today we're gonna get something really cool. I'm waiting for that.
This is looking awesome so far.
Thank you, Virtual Euphoria. That punch is starting to feel really weighty now that I have this part, like it's kind of like pistoning in. It makes it feel really weighty. You know what will make it very weighty? Oh, I just saw it from shit. In it looks cool here, but in the real world, it's a bit shitty. You know what? I'm gonna prefer the camera angle. Just have to make the upper part of the arm work for that, because I think this works well. I want to change that. And I overdid it. It was already working and it was nice. I just had to overdo it by a lot. Another thing that I just thought of doing is, if we're gonna slam, let's slam big. So I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller here, and then the point of impact is gonna get like massive, and then go back to the regular shape. So here it's smaller. Nope, still small. When the second it impacts, bajunk, and then back to being small. How does that look like? Looks like shit. Can I fix it? Yes, I can. When I add some fingers in there, it will look much better. Oh my god, I didn't even do camera shakes to this. This is gonna be so cool. Okay, can I rotate this hand a little bit like that? Okay, we have a problem here. How do we fix that problem? Is it this guy? Is this guy bothering you? Is this shoulder bothering you, ma'am? Something is bothering you. Yeah, something really fucking weird going on there. Let me see. These guys. So this looks okay. Can we keep this? No, we cannot. Here, maybe if I did that. Okay, here, get a new key, new. Very wrong, don't do that. Okay. And then I just rotate this. Ah, we are starting to maybe consider working now. The thing is, if this elbow is supposedly leading, then it should fucking lead. Yeah, I want this to lead, so I'm gonna go for it. It would be, well, this is kind of like a tendril rig the way I'm using actually. I'm stretching from like 3 points and then like mixing and matching the middle. Skinning is kind of like a curve rig, if you believe hard enough. Okay, this guy just wants to be frame by frame, fine. There you go, I put a key in every frame. Are you happy now? Starts here, goes a little bit, goes a little bit, goes a little bit, goes a little bit. They stay in the same point. Okay, I almost got this. Let's watch it.
Who do you like more, Sand for brains or Basil Carlo? The best thing to happen to acting since color moves. No favoritism here.
I don't know who Basil Carlo is. I like Flint Marco. Oh no, I just saw him as bread. Oh, I can't unsee it now. He's a bread, he looks like a baguette. Oh god. Why have I done this to myself?
He does LMAO. The poop bread man. Is this Sandman face rigged using advanced skeleton?
I think this is a manual rig. For the face, at least.
Roger, the Locodrome creator, is working on a toolset that will enhance Anim in UE5 significantly. He needs some face models rigged using advanced rig for testing.
Amjad, are you here? Maybe Amjad has some. Pranav, can you send me a message? I'm struggling a lot to find you on my Discord because there's so many people here. Are you detective? Was that you? I think you were detective, I'm not sure.
Sure.
Are you Pranav? Are you detective? Sorry. Yes, as known as Pranav, yes.
Yep, I'm detective. Sandman or Clayface, which is better? Flint Marco has never won an Oscar, unlike Basil Karlo.
Check whip. Yes, I will. Whip. Oh, that's not Zim. Hey, slow-moing it. That does look cool, slow-mo, but I want to see the pivot point of it being perfect because it's supposed to be on a straight line. But cool, you get a cool. This is also cool, and pink. This is super cool. I don't know when it's gonna be usable. Hey, the camera is less crazy. It's still a bit crazy. That part's gonna need some work. I tried to do this with Crowley. It was so hard. Good luck, Zintor. Ooh, vibranium. Very nice. Diego's reaction. Like. Zine. Wait, before I watch this, is there? No, okay. That's the one. Oh, that looks really cool. I would only say don't cut him off frame in the beginning. His head is being cut off by the frame. That's very uncomfortable. And this thing you're doing is like very vertical and like it gets angled in. So try to like open that up like that, the spider sense thing. That would be very cool.
The spider sense detail. So cool.
Yeah, it's hard to see because it's so top frame and it's like vertical. Also be careful about letting go of the ground. Because when you let go of the ground, you have to do a complete body shift, which would change the whole thing. So I would just keep his hand there so you don't have to redo the whole weight rebalance thing. But this web is cool. Him pulling is cool.
Noted.
I see, because this pose is nice. I guess you want to put the hand there because of that. Be careful about stacking the arm here, but it looks very cool. Oh, there's the other one. Nice. Oh, that's really cool, man. And it's so cool to see this reality. You gotta do something to show that his web tightened up because he's too comfortably rotating right now. But like when the web connects to car, it doesn't change his rotation at all. It's like, I'm cool, it's just a car, whatever. But it looks very cool. How did I do it in the storyboard? I don't remember. Oh, you just see him pull, and then you don't actually see the. You went more in detail with it. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's really nice. Fuck, like connecting all these is gonna be awesome. Nota was also asking today to get into this. It'd be amazing.
Thanks, Saab.
It looks really cool. Great job. Okay, back to animating cool things and not worrying about a thing. Well, I was gonna play blast this. Did I play blast it? I don't like that arm. I don't think I play blasted this. Okay, the arm coming out works better, but there's a flashing that happens. This is too. How did we fuck this up? Oh, because this was like that. But did we manage to fuck this up? This is the hands. Yeah, we did fuck this up. How did we do that? I thought I very meticulously placed this in the correct position. hookup problems. We got a bunch of hookup problems. It's gonna make me have to change a lot of things. Fucking hookup problems. Okay. Is this better? Are you happier now? Still a bit flickery, but at least it's a little bit better. The angle of it feels different too, which is a bigger problem. Oops. Please do not flicker. Oh shit, it's the wrong one. What do we got? think it's actually the hand. If you can believe it.
I miss Jay.
Yeah, where is he? Haven't seen Beray around in a while too. I think he was working on Stray though.
Too busy, I think. Both of them.
I bet Jay is looking after babies again.
Jay the babysitter.
Exactly. I cannot get this thing to look right.
Hi, Sam.
Hi Samuel King, how are you doing?
Is this like a personal project?
Yes. It's very personal.
Check when you get a chance. Did all the feedback you gave me with
In that amount of time,
Yeah.
You kept the hand always down, which is nice. There's a, like when you go back and forward with the body, it feels like everything is. Maybe you can delay something. Like if you can, during this, if you can like keep the hips steady, so it will feel like the head and the chest is leading the rotation. Or because I see this like knee moving, it kind of feels like the whole body is just like rotating like that. Okay, it's already 10. Yeah, the other stuff looks cool. This part here, you can have like more shoulder. You can have like the shoulder coming out a bit earlier. Here, doesn't move much. And then you have this like uncomfortable movement here. I guess you want to lead with the elbow. But to lead with the elbow, I wouldn't put the hand, like you see how you're putting the hand to the right, so elbow goes to the left. The way you should do that is like the hand should always keep going the direction it's going, but the elbow speeds up, so like it goes, it overtakes it, if that makes sense. Otherwise you get this thing happening in front of the camera, because like you have this shape that I can read and it becomes one shape and then becomes two shape again. Here they collapse and then open again and then collapse again. So it's constantly like seeing elbow no elbow, elbow no elbow, elbow no elbow, elbow no elbow. See if you can see what I mean. Elbow no elbow. You can fix that last pose too. The hand is stacking with the arm. Well, the arc you're drawing with the hand right now is basically come on! Why does it take so long to open one file? Open it. Hello? Okay, there you go. So you go from like this, what is that? You go from like, oh my god. You go from this pose to this one. So, and then you do this. Where it's not a nice arc. So if I track the arc of the hand, this is what the hand does, instead of doing like a, you know, a nicer arc. But I think what I would do, if this is where you end up and this is where you start, so what you're doing is this, and I think I would do just like that. I mean, taper this part a little bit, you know, so it's a little bit like that, and then look at what's your elbow, where does your elbow fit into that. So probably if this hand here, this hand is here, probably your elbow is gonna be more out like that, which will probably make it nicer. And then here, this is like a very stacked pose again, it's very hard to tell. Having that come out from that side, we'll put the hand here so you can have the elbow a little bit more open like that, and you will get rid of this like seeing an elbow, seeing a straight line, seeing an elbow, seeing a straight line thing. And I think I drew a swastika by mistake. Yeah, this pose too, like it would be a lot better if it was like that. You know, you can still like point it to this thing, put it a little bit lower, and then here put this arm out a little bit so it's a bit of a nicer pose here, so it's not stacked. Here the elbow, the feet looks a little bit broken. Maybe we can raise the feet a little bit, the knee a little bit, sorry. And during this, your body is just It's like a torpedo that goes like forwards. You can do some cool stuff with your chest and your hip, and then you can also, if this is your whole character, you can introduce a rotation like that. Or if he's pulling from that side, probably rotation would be because he's pulling this web here. You can probably take your whole character and like rotate it this way, so his feet would end up here and the arm would be more like that, you know. So instead of like just going like that, it will be like huh, like he will throwing his like butt out like a drift. Because if you think about it, like if he's like a car here technically, by pulling this weight, imagine like a giant ball just hit this corner of the car and it's gonna make the car flick, because they had like no impact to suddenly like a lot of impact happening. I'm exaggerating a lot with all this stuff. It could be just like tilting it a little bit like that. But you can go crazy with it. You can like do like a full spin or something. I don't know. Up to you. I gotta focus on my thingy now, but it looks cool. Oh shit! I closed the animation that was playing up top by mistake.
Thanks again, Sar.
You're welcome. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Are you communicating with Zintor when you're doing this? So you guys are trying to do it together, or why is there two block 02? There's shot 03 and there's block 02.
Yeah.
This is shot 03. Hey, I finally did it. The arm doesn't bother me anymore. It does hit a bit of a wall here. Okay, these frames I have to now clean a bit. It shouldn't be too difficult. Here we have problems. This guy points out too much all of a sudden. That might just be enough what I just did. Do we need more? We might need more. There's an unnecessary depth happening. Ah, look at all these problem childs here. Dark child. Who wants to do cool finger shit? If you got cool finger shit, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Stephen Glane. How are you? I don't want the rotation of this part. I wish this didn't have like the worst rotation order in the universe. I'm gonna try to put it in world space. See what we get. Oh, that's a very small locator I got. Ooh.
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm animating Spider-Man, even though I'm sick. How much better I could be.
Animation progressed a lot. Wow.
Thank you. Fickle thing animation. It does progress. It be progressing. Do you want to see full screen? I can show you full screen. Because I like watching it. This is definitely gonna be one of those animation that I keep rewatching. It rolls in. It's very nice. But I think I want to. Alright. Switch to the sky. Oh no.
How long are you planning this animation to be? Is the animatic the full length?
Yes. The animatic, I don't know if I showed you before, but it's supposed to be 350 frames.
If you were Spider-Man, you will kill your villains.
You know what I was thinking the other day? Without realizing, what we've been doing is the way I beat Spider-Man's villains is by animating them. If I manage to animate them, then I defeated that villain. So far, I defeated Doc Ock, and I defeated, I guess, superior version of Doc Ock, and now I'm fighting Sandman. And when I get to 6, I'm gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna have to go up against all of them. And no, if I was Spider-Man, I wouldn't kill my villains.
No, I didn't see the full animatic. I mean, this Sandman got you.
I mean, it's not like the best cinematic in the world. It's very rough, just so I remember what to do. You know, this hand grabs him, slams him on the ground, sucks him back in. His nipples become hands. He slams his own head to the ground. And then now I'm doing this part. But like I changed it, the angle of it. But like he's swinging as he gets a punch. And then he turns behind him and does this like exploding the head punch, which is gonna be in this shot. And then his head grows up, but then he pushes himself in again with like a double web zip, blows his head again, and then this time he uses his, you know, the spiky ball hand to attack him. He dodges and then runs up to him and kicks his head off for the third time, but this time another head doesn't grow up, but a hand grows up, which leads us back to the beginning, and then it's a loop. You can see here that I did like most of it. It starts with the hand, he gets grabbed, falls on the ground, gets sucked in, nipples, slams his own head to the ground, and then this is the shot I changed, which is like better to show in here because there's like more work done on here. What was it, 173 I think? 264 now. Yeah, so that's the dodging off the fist part here as he's swinging, and then when he rolls behind him, this web is gonna get stuck to his arm, so I'm gonna be able to justify this flick. And here this pose, which is not done, that's the first like is this, you know, he punches his head off, so that's gonna be that. But I'm like working up to that right now. I need to figure out how to play Sandman exactly. I still haven't figured out what to do with this arm.
Do you know if Lucas comes to streams as a lurker?
I mean, maybe he does, but why wouldn't he talk? It would be cool if he lurked a bit. Oh shit, are you guys here? We're about to see something sweet. We are about to see something sweet.
OMG.
OMG, we got an OMG coming in. Let me guess, it's not gonna play. Because it does that. I don't think it's gonna play. Yep. Okay, we're gonna watch it in freaking VLC. I'm gonna stop this, minimize that, and then I'm ready. I'm mentally prepared for this. Come on, gimme. Gimme. Oh, it already did gimme. Okay, you guys ready?
Looking great.
That looks quite cool. Oh wow, look at the what do you call it? The
DAMNNNNN.
little like cape
Oh
things.
shit.
This like tarp
That's fiery.
dangling.
Wow.
That looks quite cool. The render resolution is super low. That's my only issue with that.
Flexing some simulations.
Yeah, I think it's the same simulation twice. But oh, there's a data bugle there. Oh, I just saw there's cars on the ground. It's missing some frames at the end. But it looks really cool.
This is a whip version.
Animated by Will Just Followed.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, how is the Crawley City going?
Nota sent me a version, but I didn't get a chance to do it yet.
I like the style they were going for. Was Amjad not happy with the previous render?
He was, but we just needed to pump out something to chase this
Wow,
algorithm
has
thing.
awesome ideas. Love the head popping 3 times.
Thank
Where
you.
did you get these awesome Spider-Man and villains models?
They're from like game exports.
Impact.
Welcome back, Amjad. This definitely cuts early, right? Was it always like this unanimated? Where's the... Is it really like one pose? Oh wow, yes it is. Yeah, there's a dangling bit and then it comes to a stop. This one starts to dangle and it cuts, I think. Yeah.
WB.
WB. Coolio.
What's your fave Spidey movie?
Great question. For animation, if we're just talking animation, it's Amazing Spider-Man 2. If the movie itself, that's a tough one. I worked at Far From Home, so I have a bit of a bias against that one. I really like Far From Home, but probably because I worked on it. Even though I worked on Thor: Love and Thunder, and I fucking hate that. I like Spider-Man 2 a lot with Doc Ock, but I hate the Sam Raimi suit. I like Tom Holland best as Spider-Man, because like I think his Peter Parker is spot on, even though Andrew Garfield's body looks more like Spider-Man. You know, I don't know. I really like Homecoming. No Way Home, I liked it, but when I rewatch it, all I think is like they ruined all the villains now, and like Peter Parker's never gonna meet Green Goblin because they rushed through everything already. So I think, oh, Spider-Verse, easy answer, Spider-Verse. But if you force me to pick a live action one, I would probably say Spider-Man 2, just because the Doc Ock stuff was fucking amazing.
I hope they reset everyone's mind after Secret Wars.
Yeah, I hope like Tom Holland forgets the No Way Home events of No Way Home, so we can actually get proper villains. Because he ran out of villains, they used it all up there.
Gotta love the cinematography of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. The crane swinging scene from one and the final swing are so cool.
Yeah, the whole Green Goblin chase is also amazing. Electro fight is also amazing, where those little battery sticks are. The beginning opening is amazing.
Love you animations.
Thank you, Carter Reason. I love animations. You love my animations. Together we are animations. I love giant animations. We love giant animations. I don't think anyone's gonna get that reference.
I made it.
Hello, Studio Broken Tooth. What did you make?
I usually miss your lives.
Ah, I see. Well, congratulations, for you have now made it. How does it feel to make it?
The guy who made it.
The makers of made it. Top 10 people who made it. Studio Broken Tooth. For he is a jolly good fellow and he also made it. You guys
What
have
would
a
you prefer? Work in the Spider-Man new cartoon or Insomniac?
Insomniac. That was an easy one.
Whoa.
You know the thing that would be cool about working on the cartoon though, I feel like I know like in TV they have like a lot different schedules and they have to work pretty fast. But I'm gonna be a bit cocky and I'm gonna claim that I can knock out what I'm required to do pretty quickly if it's like a swinging or like a body mechanics scene, because I've done Spider-Man so many times. What would be cool is that if I got the opportunity to work on that, I will kind of immediately do what they want and then spend the rest of the time doing like a crazy insane thing instead, just to like pitch it to them, just to see like, do you guys like this? And like likelihood of that happening is significantly
What about working
higher.
on Beyond the Spider-Verse?
I would love that the most, but I would have to move to Vancouver. Which my family actually lives in Vancouver, but I'm pretty happy in Brighton, in UK. So I don't really want to move right now. And like, I mean, I would love to work on Beyond the Spider-Verse. That would be amazing. Yeah. Whoa.
Are you currently working on any films?
I am.
And my guess is not Tron.
Did you also immediately go to this website and check what's on there? It is not Tron. Oh, I didn't know ILM is doing Thunderbolts too.
Fuck. I saw your updated site and it looks cool.
Thank you, Zygon.
You never have the opportunity to pick a movie right. Wait, you mean you working in one of those upcoming
Very
films?
rare. Not one of those. See, I can't tell you what I'm working on unless it's on that list that I showed, because I work in ILM and we're not allowed to say what we're working on unless ILM announced that they're working on it. So I can't tell you what I'm working on, but I can tell you I worked on Mission Impossible and I worked on Venom. I worked on a bunch of other stuff, but in ILM, those are the two things that I can talk about. If was in Framestore.
Damn it.
Fake fan.
I guess I'm a fake sub certa fan.
Ah, we made the same joke. I guess you're a real fan then. You're a real Fandango. Fandandiego.
Same brain. We are so back then. How many years of animation would you say you had under your belt when you were hired for your first big project? What you're working on right now.
I
Can you
had.
say if it's VFX for a live action film or animation?
I can't say anything. Please don't ask, because sometimes you guys put me in a corner, and it's just like, it's really bad for me. So I'm telling you, I can't tell. So please don't ask anymore. And I also can't tell you that Studio Broken Tooth. I'm sorry. I don't mind you guys asking. I don't mind saying I can't tell you. But if you keep like trying to guess, I'll have to mute you. Again, I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you guys. Keep checking. Eventually I will be able to tell.
So is not Crawley live action?
I wish. Oh, how I wish. Top 10 wishes. That one. So why is this slowly changing its shape? Because there's a random key here.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to pressure you.
Oh no,
Good luck
it's
with
okay.
your upcoming projects.
Thank you. No, it's not a problem at all. I just
Zack in Time live action or Crawley live action?
oh, Zack in Time will never be live action as long as I read air.
I think Disney is knocking the door.
They wanna make Zack live action.
Hello, Saar.
Hello, Glitch Star. How are you doing? How have you been glitching about?
I've been glitching a lot. Glitch.
Good.
Hi, Diego. What are you animating?
Take a wild guess. It's Kitty Litterman. I'm animating the Kitty Litterman. Spider-Man's most famous villain. After the wall.
Breadman. Iron Man versus Thor.
Yeah. Which one is Iron Man? I wonder.
That guy in the animation.
Perfect answers all around.
bless you.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna do his somewhat of a final pose, because I need to
Spider-Man solos.
remember it. Spider-Man does solo. He does do that.
Mid-dip.
I spaced out. I'm back on spacing out. I don't like everything bounces at the same time.
Elastic Sandman.
Yeah, it's a bit too elastic. It's because of the bounciness. I'm gonna try to reduce that.
Play-Doh Man. By the way, I like the expressions.
Thank you. I like the expressions too. What I don't like is these stupid frames. Not the popular opinion, but
Did you watch
I
the
don't like-
Minecraft movie?
I haven't.
Chicken Jockey. Do you have friends that worked on that movie?
Not that I know of.
Can you imagine being the guy who animated Chicken Jockey?
I played Minecraft, but I never got into the insanity. Minecraft came out, I immediately started playing. This shows my age. I had fun, and then I was like done. And then YouTube exploded, and PewDiePie exploded, and all these things happened. And I was like, what the fuck's happening? It's a cool game, yeah, but like that's it. But I never like went obsessed with it like everybody else did. And then my friends every now and then kept like dragging me back into Minecraft, but I don't know what Chicken Jockey is. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
We still need a server.
You guys can have all the servers you want. I'm not fucking playing that. Sorry. Not sorry. I played enough. Because every time I play Minecraft, I wanna do creative stuff. Then I'll like start doing like a very creative, like cool fucking guy out of blocks. Then I go like, I can model. Like I can practice modeling right now. Why am I doing it here? If I make a house, I'll be like, I can animate people fighting in the house. Why am I?
Then open ZBrush.
Yeah. You mean now? I don't want to do it now.
Basically, the Minecraft movie is popular because of the memes.
I'm not saying I can model like that. I'm just saying I could model instead. That's what I meant. I see the shots that's been fired from your side, Diego.
No, I just want a ZBrush stream. LMAO.
I think unfortunately we're going further away from that. Alright, let's do this final pose. I call this one. I'm calling this final pose the perfect pose. This one is called Sandman with a head. Guess what the next pose is gonna be called?
How would you describe your workflow for these Spider-Man animations?
Freaking wicked, yo. Sick. I don't know. It's I do a storyboard as a.
Mr. White.
I do a storyboard, but it's just for like ideas for me. When I actually do storyboard to do storyboard, I go in like a lot more detail and I have like a lot better detailed Spider-Man storyboards on my channel, which weirdly I never animated those in 3D. And when I'm actually gonna do it in 3D, I do like a very scribbly one. It's basically just to reminds me of what I need to do. And then I find, I mean, this is something I did on this one. I kind of started with the things that would be a good thumbnail because I'm trying to be a better influencer, which is such a cringy thing that I just said. I'm trying to grow on social media basically to get some recognition, so I can do this like full time essentially. It should be amazing if I could just like all day do this. I mean, more than I already do. Yeah,
He is not
exactly.
doing this for love. Unsub.
I am doing this for love. I love this so much. This is all I want to do. That's what I'm doing it for. But yeah, I do usually a body pass on everything I do and then go into detail, but because this is like such a long thing and most of the things I do is like so long that different parts require like different animation styles. Like this has the like nipple joke part, which is like a gag, and my general workflow of like starting with the body and doing like a layered approach doesn't work. So that part I had to like animate it very differently. The thing I do a lot is what I'm doing right now is, even though I'm not gonna like straight ahead animate it, I jump ahead and do a pose that I know I need. Because I'm gonna start doing Spider-Man, but like if I'm gonna do Spider-Man, I need to know where his head is because he's supposed to punch his head. So it's almost like doing a pose-to-pose thing, but it's more like adding a key pose. Mr. Headman. Alright, I can see this happening. He looks like a dumb idiot and then he gets his punch in. Just like Sandman would do. I need these guys to be a little bit closer there because like stretching a bit too much. And with these impact parts, what's most important is to make it feel like the character is readying up something else, even though it's never gonna happen, because you can't really tell if a character waits to get punched. So I always think of like what he's gonna do next, even though he's never gonna get to do it because his head's gonna explode. But I think his next move was to throw a second punch with his other fist. And that's that fist. That's his plan. It's coming. Oh, he's properly geared up for this. He's definitely gonna get Spider-Man this time. He has it all figured out. All the previous punches was just a learning experience. Now he's ready. Now he's gonna punch him so bad. Probably from a different angle he's gonna punch him so bad. This still looks a bit lame. So this punch ready. Should I show the punch on this frame? I don't want to add too much because during this I want your eye to be at Spider-Man. Because spoiler alert, he's the one who's gonna land the punch. Not this schmuck. Freaking kid litter man.
thanks for the spoiler.
Sorry. Whoa. Okay, this is a pretty good pose. I'm happy with that. Let's fix your belly issues. Okay, so that needs to be rotated that way or this way. What's going on with the belly? Is it flicking around? Yes, something is really weird here. Okay, so we're gonna end up there, and then it's gonna get his head punched in. Before I do this bit, I really wanna do Spider-Man, because I haven't done him in a long time. Although here I think we have to push Mr. Flint a little bit forward. Is it enough time for him to roll back to that? Yes. Oh, why are you dodging me? Don't dodge me. I should like voice act these
How
myself.
much longer till you get to the looping part?
This shot is gonna end at 260. The loop is at 350. And I haven't really figured out yet how I'm gonna start the loop there, because loop begins there in this part. This is where the animation begins.
I
Also,
think
you
there's
guys
a
want to see
feature on
something super
Instagram to
creepy?
make it loop.
Yeah, it's not just that. Okay, you're joking. Look at how creepy this is. Look, there's a kid there. There's a fucking human baby plastered on the fucking ground. How fucked up is that?
The hell?
Fucking LiDAR. I guess they did the LiDAR scan while the place was open.
Hey pizza roll, what did I miss? That's creepy.
Hey,
as
this
hell
plant.
LMAO.
You can see what you missed up there. Let me know if you like it. I still don't know why you say pizza roll.
Do you animate every frame? Or how much gap do you leave?
It doesn't really work like that in
Yeah,
3D.
photogrammetry.
It's like there's gaps on this part here, but I might go back and fix it. But even though you don't see the keys here, I'm actually doing edits here, so I can do stuff like this, which updates the whole frame range here. So I mean, in 3D you kind of animate every frame. You can't have like a stray one that's doing something weird. Even though you can just like add 2 keyframes and let the PC fill in the middle, but if you do that, you're a very junior animator. Basically, like you don't know how to do much if you just let Maya fill in the blank. Basically, you always have to figure out what Maya filled in and adjust it. It never gets you a good result by itself.
There's a storm wind out and my poor lamp can't stop blinking LMAO.
There's a what out?
Godzilla.
Godzilla. I have really weird rotation values here. Do we need these? Oh, we definitely need those. What's this one? Okay. So slams. Ah, there's the gimbal issues in it. Yeah. Oh fuck, I hate gimbal so much. So you go down here. It was better before I deleted the gimbal thing.
How do you make it high quality after this? Is it the lights and render?
I don't do that part. I'm an animator. I send it to my friends. But yeah, that's what you do. You do lights and render, and then you do comp. But I focus on the animation. Other people do the renders for these. I spaced out and I ended up fixing the animation. Which I wanted to move on to Spider-Man. Because I might be doing these for no reason here. Oy, how much I hate this being gimbaled. You guys have no idea.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
Heisentor. I saw what you did. Looks really cool.
Thank you. Can you explain what's gimbal lock in modeling terms?
There is no gimbal
This
lock
is
in
looking
modeling.
really good.
Thank you.
In Minecraft terms,
BB Boo Boo.
XD, the way to explain it, is like the plane of vertices crossing over each other badly.
Something like that, I guess.
Oh,
this gimbal thing is killing me. Seeing this rotation getting fucked like that.
That Sandman rig is real good.
It's not Amjad's best work. It's amazing he did it, and I'm so happy because I get to do this. I'm super grateful. But he was also saying that it hurts him when he sees this. For one, the IK doesn't work, so I'm constraining FK controllers to
Looks
locators.
like you're making it work.
I'm doing my best.
If he can make my rigs works, he can do everything.
Your rigs are not bad at all, Diego. Only thing bad about your rigs is that you don't do them. You run away, you hide. Which is understandable because you don't want to be a rigger.
Because I'm not good enough.
Wah wah wee wah.
Probably gonna start animating the Ultron bots because that'll probably influence a lot of the anim.
Yes, it would. Also, doing that like flip when like both sides is connected and you're like doing a rotation. Remember that like if you're holding it like this, the pivot point has to be in between your shoulders. In yours right now it's a little bit lower. So when you like flip something like that on like a string, you have to take the pivot point of the web.
It'll get you a first view play blast.
At some point you should. I'm trying to hyper focus on this right now. But if you do it, I'll take a look at it at some point. You might have to remind me.
Good, good.
This is what I need and this is what is missing.
You've made tons of progress just today.
It was mostly yesterday.
Who is flunking off work to animate this?
No, I did it yesterday. Oh, fuck. I have to undo a million times and I don't remember when I last saved.
The man who had to undo million times.
I keep having that issue. Do you guys have that? Like I try something and I commit to really trying to make it work. So I spend like half an hour, but I think it's gonna take 2 seconds. And then it doesn't work. And I'm like, okay, cool, I wanna take it all back. And it's like, yeah, no, you can't. I do that a lot.
Set a morph target. Oh wait.
Are you making fun of us for not
You
being
can do an
modelers?
increment save.
I do that all the time. But I don't think of doing it while I'm doing it.
Modeling joke hee hee ha ha.
I don't think I can be mentally happy as long as this rotation order thing is broken. So I need to fix it. I'm gonna save this and try to bake this in. Is this better? Let me see the rotation X.
Telegram.
Telegram. There was a preemptive Telegram.
Link. Telegrasm.
Telegrasm. She was just fucking with me, by the way. She wanted to say nothing. Let me go bother her a bit, and I'll be right back. And then we're gonna do the Spider-Man.
She is one of us.
Finally blowing this guy's head off. Oh, you came. Thought I could come. I'll be right back.
So, Diego, modeling, and stuff. Stuff indeed.
So if you get one at night, you know, I'll do music. How you smell? You need to have a show before coming to bed, you smell it.
Oh wow, that's too much.
Oh, you're in a fever.
Okay. Oh. They're pressing all the buttons now. We left them alone too
That's
long.
what she said.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm waiting for that one.
Do we have that's what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do. You can do it too.
I promise you, I don't know.
Crazy. Why are you gonna come sit here a bit?
Saab, you have unlimited lettuces. Derivative.
Do I have unlimited lettuces? Too bad I have shit to do.
Yes. You are the streamer.
I am?
You can do unlimited turtle war.
I feel like at this point you guys can do the same. How many lettuces do you have?
I don't even have enough for another turtle.
That's great. That's a good outcome.
Not much as I would like. I spent too much.
Do you wanna do a thing? So you can
I
earn
think
more?
Beret is the one who has more lettuces. Let's save that for the Crawley races. You can't keep getting away with it!
Zintor is flashing his money.
Zinter flashing his. Peanuts. PA nuts.
I had a cooler pause before. Something went a bit shit somewhere.
I'm getting a bridge model for the Avengers storyboard.
That's cool. Where are you getting the bridge?
So mine and Zeem's can mix together.
That's awesome, dude. I really liked what Zim was doing too.
Just looking for any scan or model online.
I did find one model for that, but it was really bad. I tried to do one of the shots in 3D, like I did for the other Spider-Man shorts. But then I gave up because the model I found was so bad.
How hard would we extract some bridges from Marvel Spider-Man games?
I feel like if it's possible, it would be in DeviantArt, because people export stuff from games and then put it in DeviantArt, free to download.
Tell you what I did find. Sable's whole ship.
That's cool.
first result of searching DeviantArt Spider-Man Bridge was a shirtless MJ hugging Spider-Man.
That's DeviantArt for you.
Typical DeviantArt.
Exactly.
Stuff.
I'm surprised it wasn't an actual spider version of Spider-Man with his dick out.
LMAO. It's like people looked at bridges and thought, fuck it, I'm not gonna make a model of that for Zinta to use.
That's probably the exact thought process. Maybe you can use AI to make it.
This is coming along well, sir.
Thank you so much, this plant. I am attempting to
Alright,
do my
answer.
best.
I did find
Oh.
Westminster Bridge, but not quite what I need.
Westminster Bridge, is that the one in London?
The one that leads to Parliament, yes.
What I don't like is this part where he looks too skinny. Can I bulk him up a bit?